Love English podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Love English podcast. We are here to help you learn English for your real life in a simple and natural way. I'm your host, Leo.
And I'm Emma. It's so wonderful to be here with you all. And Leo, I have to start by saying I am so sorry I'm a few minutes late today. I wrote down the wrong time in my calendar. It's completely my fault.
Oh, Emma, thank you for saying that. It's really no problem at all. And your ecology is the perfect introduction to our very important topic for today, how to talk about a mistake you made.
This is such a hard topic. No one likes making mistakes, and no one likes admitting they made a mistake. It can feel embarrassing. Embarrassing is that feeling of being shy or ashamed because of something you did.
It can feel embarrassing, but it's a normal part of life. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is what you do after you make the mistake, how you handle it. And learning how to do this in English is a sign of great fluency and maturity. Maturity means being like a responsible adult.
So, where do we start? What is the first thing we should do when we realize we have made a mistake?
I believe there are 4 simple steps to handle a mistake well. Step 1 is the hardest, but it's the most important. You have to admit it. To admit something means to say that it is true, to accept it. You have to say that you made a mistake.
This is the opposite of making excuses or blaming other people. How can we do this in a simple way?
The simplest phrase is, I made a mistake. Or you can take responsibility by saying, it was my fault. Or even more informally, you can say, oops, my bad. My bad is very casual and is for very small, unimportant mistakes like bumping into someone accidentally.
I like it was my fault. It's very clear and direct. It shows that you are not trying to hide. I agree. This is a sign of strength, not weakness. Okay, so step 1 is to admit the mistake. What is step 2?
Step 2 is to apologize. To apologize means to say you are sorry. A sincere apology is very powerful. Sincere means it is real and from the heart.
What are some good phrases for this? Is I'm sorry enough?
I'm sorry is good and very common. To make it stronger, you can say, I'm so sorry, or I'm very sorry. For a more serious situation, especially at work, you might say, I sincerely apologize. This is more formal.
Okay, so first we admit it. For example, it was my fault. Then we apologize. For example, I'm so sorry. Now, what is step 3? Is this where we explain why we made the mistake?
Yes, but we must be very, very careful here. Step 3 is to give a brief, factual explanation, not an excuse. What is the difference, Emma?
That's a great question. An explanation states the facts of what happened. For example, when I was late today, my explanation was I wrote down the wrong time in my calendar. It's a simple fact. An excuse tries to blame someone or something else. For example, if I had said, well, the traffic was bad, or my alarm clock didn't work.
That is the perfect way to describe it. An explanation takes responsibility. An excuse tries to give that responsibility to something or someone else. So when you explain, be simple and honest. Let's think of another example. Imagine I broke a plate. I could say, I'm sorry I broke the plate. It was slippery and it fell out of my hands. That's an explanation.
And what would be an excuse in that situation?
An excuse would be, I'm sorry I broke the plate, but you put it in a silly place. That is an excuse, and it is very rude because it blames the other person.
That's so clear now. Admit, apologize, and give a brief, factual explanation. Now we come to the final step, which I think is very important. Step 4.
Step 4 is to offer a solution or explain how you will fix it. This shows that you want to make things right. It shows that you care about the consequences of your mistake. Consequences are the results of your actions.
What are some good phrases for this step?
You can ask a question, like, how can I make it right? This gives the other person some power. Or you can state your plan. I will be more careful next time. Or I am going to do this action to fix this problem.
This four-step plan is so clear and helpful. Let's do a role play to see how it works in a real situation. Let's say I borrowed your favorite book, but I accidentally spilled coffee on it. It's damaged. I feel terrible and I need to tell you.
Oh no, not my favorite book. Okay, I am ready. What would you say to me?
Well, first, I would have to be brave and come talk to you directly. I would say, Leo, I have something to tell you. I made a mistake and I feel terrible about it.
That's step one, admitting it.
Then I would say, I'm so sorry. I was reading your book at a cafe this morning and I accidentally spilled my coffee on it. That's step two, the apology. And step three, the factual explanation.
Okay, I'm probably a little sad, but I appreciate your honesty.
Now for step four, the solution. I would say, I know it was your favorite book, and I'm going to buy you a brand new copy this afternoon. I've already looked online and I found it. Or if it's a special old book that I can't replace, I will find a way to get it professionally repaired. How can I make this right for you?
That is a perfect apology. You admitted your fault, you said sorry sincerely, you explained what happened without making excuses, and you offered a clear solution. As a friend, I would probably say, thank you for being so honest, Emma. It's okay. Accidents happen. Let's look for a new copy together. And our friendship is still strong.
Now, let's try a different situation, a situation that is about feelings, not things. Let's say you forgot my birthday. You didn't call or send a message. The next day you realize your mistake. What would you do?
This is a very sensitive one. The mistake hurt your feelings, so the apology needs to be very sincere. I would call you as soon as I realized. I would start with step 1 and 2 immediately. I would say, Emma, I am so incredibly sorry. I just realized that I completely forgot it was your birthday yesterday. I have no excuse. It's all my fault and I feel awful.
That's a very strong start. It shows you know you made a big mistake.
Then for step 3, the explanation is simply honesty. I would say I have been so busy and stressed with work and it completely slipped my mind. That is not an excuse at all, just an explanation for my carelessness. I feel terrible that I missed your special day. Slipped my mind is an idiom that means I forgot.
And what about step 4? How do you fix a feeling?
You can't fix it with money or a new object. You fix it by showing you care and that you want to celebrate the person. I would say, I know I can't go back in time, but I want to make it up to you. Can I please take you out for a special dinner this week to celebrate properly? Your friendship means so much to me, and I'm so sorry I wasn't a good friend yesterday. To make it up to you means to do something good to fix a bad situation you created.
That would be a wonderful way to handle it. The apology is about the action, but the solution is about celebrating the person. That's a great lesson.
So we've learned how to apologize. Let's quickly talk about what not to do. We already said don't make excuses and don't blame others. What's another thing you should not do?
You should not over-apologize. This is when you say I'm sorry 20 times again and again. You apologize, you explain, you offer a solution, and then you need to let it go. If you keep saying sorry, it can make the other person feel uncomfortable, like they need to make you feel better.
That's a great point. Apologize sincerely once and then move on to the solution. And finally, you should not ignore the mistake and hope no one notices. This is the worst thing you can do. It breaks trust between people.
Absolutely. So let's do our final summary for our listeners. We learned the 4 magic steps for handling a mistake.
Step 1, admit it. Say, I made a mistake, or it's my fault.
Step 2, apologize sincerely. Say, I'm so sorry.
Step 3, give a short, factual explanation. No excuses.
And step 4, offer a solution. Ask, how can I make it right? Or state how you will fix it.
This is a skill that will help you in your friendships, your family, and your job. Admitting a mistake shows that you are a strong, responsible, and trustworthy person.
Thank you all for joining us for this very important episode of the Love English podcast. We all make mistakes, and now we all know how to talk about them.
We'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.